everybody, and welcome back to Civia Wellness. Today we're going to be talking about the power of gratitude and being grateful. So I started my gratitude practice a few years ago, and it's really helped improve my overall outlook on life. I find that I am a lot more positive now that I started practicing gratitude every day. I have better relationships with my friends and family members, and also just strangers in my community. And it's also just improved my own mental outlook on life, and I'm able to bounce back from negative situations a lot quicker than I was before I was practicing gratitude. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about that today and how you can also incorporate a gratitude practice into your life to help improve your mood and the moods of others around you. My gratitude practice includes writing down 3 things a day that I'm grateful for at the end of each of my days. The reason I do this at the end of the day is because no matter how hard my day was, or if something really bad happened, or I just was like not a good day and I felt really shitty, writing down 3 things a day that I'm grateful for and acknowledging those things always puts at least a little bit of a positive outlook on my day, and it sets me up for the next day in a better light. So instead of going to bed with a lot of like anger or negativity or defeat or just sadness, I'm going to bed thinking about 3 things that really make me happy or that I'm thankful for in my life, and it just kind of creates a positive start to my next day. So I'm not waking up thinking negative thoughts or going to bed with those negative thoughts. So that's why I recommend writing down 3 things a day that you're grateful for at the end of the day. Even if it's just the fact that you can breathe in fresh air, or that you're healthy and alive, that you can be active, that you have a great friend, or that someone smiled at you today, the smallest things that you can find to be grateful for and write down and acknowledge will stick with you, and they'll help carry on into your next interactions and your next day, and make the next day start off on a positive note. So that is what I recommend doing, and that's my current gratitude practice. Since writing down 3 things a day that I'm grateful for at the end of each day, I find that I wake up in a more positive light. So when I wake up, I am more likely to see the good in the world than the bad. And I want to be really careful here and say that gratitude isn't about being happy and positive all the time. That's not gratitude. Gratitude is just understanding that even in the hardest points of our lives, there are still things that we can be thankful for. So I'm not saying like you have to be happy and positive all the time. It's just like acknowledging that even if you're going through something that's really rough right now, there might be someone who does something kind for you, and that might just bring a little bit more light to your day. So practicing gratitude has just kind of helped me see more positives in my life. It's also helped me improve my relationships with others. So when you're grateful for things and you start to express that gratitude for others, it really affects those around you, and it kind of creates like a snowball effect. So saying thank you and I appreciate you, and writing thank you notes, or sitting down with someone and saying to them, wow, like you really helped me here and I really appreciated that, makes that other person feel good, it makes you feel good, and then also people around you watching feel good. And it's like this snowball effect of positivity, and then around you, you start to see more good in your life than negative. A great example of this I find is here in Vancouver on the buses. So when I get on a bus, I always say good morning to the bus driver. I say thank you very much and have a great day. They always say good morning back to me, and they wish me a good day. I notice other people around me start saying good morning and have a good day, and it just creates a way more positive experience than if we all got on the bus. We're crammed in there, we're negative, we don't want to be there, we're trying to get to work, it's delayed. Like, there's so many bad things that can happen, but just choosing to be grateful that like, wow, I live in a city where there's safe public transportation, and I can afford to get on a bus to take me to my job that supports me in my lifestyle. Like, those are all wonderful things you can be grateful for, instead of getting on the bus thinking like, oh, I can't believe I'm squished in here, the traffic's horrible. Like, that's just gonna create this negative outlook on your life, and you don't want that. So trying to find things that you're positive and grateful for, and then expressing that to those around you, is just going to create that positive environment around you and set you up for more positive experiences. And also just make those people feel better too, and then maybe they're going to start to be more appreciative and thankful and grateful for people in their life, and then it just kind of expands out to the world, and sooner or later we'll all be living in a much happier place. Gratitude can also help improve your mood when negative things happen. So if every day you're practicing writing down 3 things you're grateful for, when negative situations happen, which they will, you'll be quicker, at least I find I'm quicker to find the positive. So for example, a few months ago, I missed my flight to Florida to see my parents because I got food poisoning. 2 hours before I was supposed to get on the plane. And obviously, like, that's a really negative and sad thing to go through. I was looking forward to going on this trip. I then missed 2 days hanging out with my family who I hadn't seen in a really long time. I was really, really ill, and it just like was not fun at all and super negative. But my gratitude practice allowed me to bounce back quickly from that and not let it get the best of me. So, for example, I was like, well, I'm really sick right now, but at least I'm grateful that I can be sick in a really comfortable, warm apartment. I'm not out on the street. I have access to healthcare. I have access to medication that I can get to make me feel better. I was able to switch my flight for a fee that I could afford. These are all like wonderful things that happened to me through that experience. I saw like how loving and wonderful my roommate was for me, who helped me out through that time, and expressed my gratitude to her. So even though it was a really negative experience for me, my gratitude practice allowed me to switch that thought process, and instead of feeling sorry and like a victim and bad for myself and making it a really negative start to my trip, I was able to switch it around into a positive, or at least see some of the positives in that experience. And in turn made me a lot happier than instead of being sad and wallowing in my sickness and feeling bad for myself. So yeah, that is why I believe gratitude practice is super, super important, and it can help just improve your mood, improve your relationships with others, and also help you get out of negative situations and negative mindsets a lot faster. So I highly recommend trying it out, just writing down 3 things a day that you're grateful for, keeping a journal, and then looking back on that journal throughout your year to see all the wonderful things that you have to be grateful for in your life, and just acknowledging them and appreciating them, because life gets really busy and we can get distracted, and it's just a nice exercise to keep you in check and keep you focused on all the good in your life, and then hopefully attracting that good to yourself, and looking for the good in situations and in people instead of the negative. So that's what I recommend. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys try out a gratitude practice and see the power in gratitude. And let me know what you guys think of it. Leave a comment down below if you have any experiences, or leave a comment down below of something that you're grateful for. And I hope you guys are all having a wonderful